just gonna get the stream and share it. But hello to everybody. I am here to bring you RazaLD versus FoxTracK. It's not quite popped up yet. Just waiting for my stream to actually upload to the old YouTube. There we go, thank you. Somebody has already tuned in. Thank you very much. Just give me one moment and I will join you in the chat. It's just taking a second for it to go through. But yeah, I am very excited to bring you this. Both are on 7 points with a good chance to go through. If they draw, oh no, sorry, Raza on 9, it was Jack and Fox. So Raza, if they both draw, does go through. If FoxTracK wins one and draws, Fox goes through. If Raza gets one win, he goes through. In second place, the draw would take him back level at the top. Fox can level up at the top of the group if he does take both playlists. Fox is at the moment representing the new Nova crew. Leave Lazy is the founder, but it is a joint leader sort of scenario where all decisions are made by the first people in. Alright, just double checking, my message is sent to see the little symbol to say that it hasn't. I have posted it, I believe, in chat. Come on, load up. My phone is exceptionally slow sometimes. There's a lot going on it. Start that up again. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My focus does get a little bit distracted with it. We did see earlier, Jack did take both playlists from I don't think my message is sending for some reason into that first chat. I might just repost it. That, just waiting for Raza to let Fox know that he is good to go. It's shared into there as well, and with it being Raza, I am going to share it into our pro chat. Too late. Raza is ready, the timer is ticking. Highly looking forward to this. We did see Raza run Jack really close to the wire, taking the first playlist, and Jack admitted to being quite worried going into the second. Does look like my messages have gone through. Everything looked nice and clean. Both ready we are with FoxTracK at the moment. This is Raza Fox, a geometric fox face, orange variety. Raza fully repping. So just again pulling my chat up. Like you see comments as they come in. Hello, FoxTracK and V-Nacho offering good luck to the guys. Fox on the right side of the track going for the breakthroughs. Raza keeping good pace and they are swapping positions. Raza pulling a slight lead in the final part of the straight. Really, really clean. Nice little dab brake into the hairpin. Fox corner, sorry, and Fox off the fence, and that maybe gives it out. It is going to require Ryan to make a mistake. Mobbing my man with the dab from Andy. Double dab back, and Fox unfortunately gets hung up on the narrowing portion of the track. We have seen Fox in some fine form over the past few days, maybe just letting the initial pressure of the 1v1 get to him. And it has allowed Ryan to take a good, strong lead over this first big jump. Nice line over it, little bit back wheel staying on a little bit longer. Nacho washing away the dabs. Hello Ventura, my man, I hope you are all very well. Raza has been able to take a good strong lead on Plummet after a couple of barrier smashes from Fox. You see Fox just coming down the straight parallel. Raza being really nice and clean, not getting in any way too close to the fences, making sure he waits for the gap, nice and heavy on the brake, getting himself around the corner, really clean. I am very well, thank you, Ventura. Silver mentioned that you've been showing him a few lines here and there over the weekend, and thank you very much for that. He said it's helped him bring his times down a little bit, so we are very appreciative again of you showing time to newer members of the community. So a little shout out to yourself for that, Ventura. He did really appreciate that, and I thought would bring it up, popping in. It has been a nice clean run from my man Ryan as he crosses the line with a 3:01. Not the fastest time we see. And FoxTracK on his roof, I'm guessing maybe clipping the barrier again and flipping over, but should be able to get himself back up to speed and across the line nicely. Nice slide showing off the Nova symbol. Lovely crew, electrically sort of lime yellow. Liney green yellow, it's very nice. Nice colour. Hey, no worries, Kareem. Mr. Ventura, always happy to give the appreciative nods where they need to go. Make sure people know that the stuff they do around the community is greatly appreciated. And like, you're one of the reasons why I do open myself up a little bit more to newer members of the community as well, because it's the similar kindness to you, what you showed me. So I just return the favour to newer members of the community coming in. And it allows you guys to maybe then focus on the people that are starting to reach the higher level and start giving them a few hints and tips if there's someone picking up that little bit of slack that was missing to help bring new people into the community. We are heading in to Maze Bank. Ryan has drawn first blood, as I do say now. Took good early lead after the unfortunate barrier smash from Fox, and Ryan with his trademark flick to coin. Okay, hide my hood, wait for the camera to drift a bit, and that might be my thumbnail. I'm going to try and get into that. Fox carrying a lot of speed through the corner, shoots past Raza there. Ryan being a little bit cautious through the corners, heavy on the brake, but it allows him to accelerate heavily through them, carrying good speed on the exit, nicely up over the crest of the hill, not losing too much more time. Fox very aggressive across the curbs early on. Right, having to pedal the throttle there to make sure he has no collision with the tube. Good boost line. It looks like the gap slightly closed up on Fox through the tube. Had good speed to the exit. Really nice stuff. Really tidy. Fox has been to hold his lead, a little wobble off the brake boost. It looked like Fox look like he got an early brake boost from Ryan, able to carry good boost through the tube, has levelled it up. Fox losing a little bit of pace, but levelling it back up through this line. Ryan carrying more pace, letting off slightly into the tube, carrying a good line through the tube. The brick from Ryan, heavy, spinning, tumbling of the car, and that does see Fox through into first. We do see all the pins down. Fox had gone very squirrely on the exit there, but there is no weight going on. We do, and I have said that it isn't all drivers that do show patience to the brick. It isn't a necessary part of the competition. It's just high levels of sportsmanship giving it off. We are in a moment after this exit going to head across to Fox, apply a little bit of YouTube pressure to him, with him being a little bit out, and see if Ryan is able to close the gap. Fox heading into the tube second time, first tube that is, no, second, let me see. So technically definitely the second tube, or technically the third, with there being a little gap between the two in the transition. Very tidy through the hairpin from Fox, and again extended hairpin through the crossover. Ryan slightly ahead of the cross. Fox making sure that he doesn't get all hung up nastily on the bridge. I think Fox went for a brake boost on the entry into the tube there as well. We did hear the squeal of the tyres on contact. I don't believe it was just the standard squeal, and there's a big brick from Fox, and that will allow Ryan to close in the gap. He's coming through the tubes at a rate of knots, and Fox, whoa, really close, back wheels barely clipping over the edge, and Ryan is right behind, so we are going to swap and go through the double left. Really clean and tidy. A little bit of a squiggle there from Ryan, but not losing too much time, and he's now been able to, you can see Fox in the distance just heading to the left through the corner and around the bend. Here we go through this section again, very tidy, and it does appear that the gap maybe just ever so slightly growing again, but it is at a point where if there's any incidents with the way this match is going, Jack could state Fox, like the official had said live in part, is that he's not one to really wait on bricks. It's not, as I say, something that you can expect from all drivers. It is just something I class as good sportsmanship. I know some of the drivers appreciate it, so they've started returning the favour to each other and to other drivers going through the competition. Other drivers see it as part of the game, so unless it's particularly agreed with them beforehand, and they will not offer that same level of high sportsmanship. That's not saying it's horrible tactics or anything like that. It's taking advantage of game mechanics. Ryan, with this very clean line through the tube, you can see Fox through the tube. Ryan has closed in. Ryan's very strong on that section especially, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to rein it in. We've seen the lap time so far of 53.863 from Ryan. That's when he closed in on that second lap. And we'll have a look at the final lap times now. .151.104 as the fastest lap to the .578 in the 51s from Fox. Both incredibly nice lap times, not quite into the 50s and 49s as we do see from time to time. Still much better than I get, and I know they're both consistent around that time. That has levelled things all back up at 1-1, heading into what looks like here race. With it being on the beach, it is. I am spot on the nose. Oh, it's been a nice intense battle. Both players able to take advantage of tracks they're stronger on. Maybe Fox feeling a little bit hard done by with the barrier hits, but was able to take advantage of the bricking more than Raza. That is, again, no comment from me really, other than the fact I do see it as highly sportsmanship thing to do, to wait up on the bricking when we all know that it is a little bit of bullshit. Like, it does appear that there is some way of controlling it a little bit more, but they do happen to us all, and it is hard to understand why. Nicely onto the boost from both. Raza has got the lead at the moment. Fox just pulls ahead going wide, but Raza with tighter line carries a little bit more speed across the jump. Fox with good landing, pulling a little bit too wide, and that's allowed Raza a slight little bit of room to breathe. You see Ryan with a lovely line. Fox getting to the ground early though, but Raza carried the speed out of the tube. Good lines through the loops from both. Fox closing up, able to keep the car straight, taking full effect of the brake boosters. A little bit later on the brakes as he's been able to swing into the lead. Now here we go into this second tube. You do see brake boosters from both. Ryan catching on the entry, and it looks like, yep, just swinging through into the lead with a nice clean tube line. Again, Ryan really playing up to his strength through the tube and able to play it really nice. FoxTracK, it looks like, did get a cleaner landing, allowing Fox closing slightly, and again a bit more speed through the corners has allowed Fox to close in and take the lead again, both being aggressive across the curbs. Ryan just crossing the line in first from 154.644 to a .679 from FoxTracK. Incredible stuff from the guys, and that was nice and tight. again, another clean first section. No issues with the pins. As, I'm sorry, I've just sat on my foot a little bit dodgy there. Pins. But yeah, entering the tube, nice around the same point, but Raza is so clean through the tube. Raza may need to get some nice two blind tutorials up. It's very well controlled. A big slide on the exit though, and that does allow Fox to take the lead. There was a tap of the horn from Raza to maybe suggest it was a slight bricking incident that caused slight slide, but again, Fox a little bit more ruthless than some, not letting that affect his drive. Fox pushes on forward through this second tube, looking for a nice clean line and a good exit here. Stop Ryan being able to catch up. It's true and clean. You do see the front of Fox's car horribly misshapen, mainly off barrier rubs, a little bit like that, but more aggressive. And we are in a moment going to swap back to my man Ryan Raza. We hear a nice engine note from Ryan. And he's swapping back down. I'm trying to bring this up to see the 152.145 with the slide and spin out of the tube, possibly a brick. Not 100% sure with being on FoxTracK, but lost a good amount of time. Good slide, but handled well, and I will in a moment head on over again. I'm going to stick with Ryan through this. I know he can handle it. He might not have been the most happy with the slide, but it's a wonderfully clean, true exit straight into the centre of the track, and you can see he is catching in on Fox. There's no, Fox must have made a mistake somewhere along the line. Ryan reeling him in, tightening the gap between them, and it would only take one big barrier smash from Fox at this point for Ryan to fly past at the high speed sections of the track. Ryan getting good brake boost there, flicking into the tube on the wall, high on the wall, snapping down, matching the line through the tube, and again, really well controlled. Fox on his roof at the bottom of the tube there, and that has allowed Ryan to swing into the lead on the final lap, and that will allow him to confirm a point that he desperately needs. Fox will now need to win the next playlist for sure to have any chance, and it is still the same. But now Fox, his chance to win this playlist is gone. That is 2-1 to Ryan. There is still the chance for to get a point. But if Ryan wins this next race, he will be on 12 points. And that will be both Jack and Raza just out of reach for Fox. He would be able to get himself onto 10 points still. And as I did mention on stream a couple of times earlier, I believe on both streams, I will he did maybe get hung up in the boost, but Fox isn't, not quite sure what's happened to the table there. Let's try and skip past that quickly. Yeah, I think my leaderboard just messed up, but on Maze Bank, Fox, when they were quite level, and has happened previously, and I'm not saying anything bad against it, but it was, if that is the case, as Fox is saying, very unlucky. I do feel for you, man. You did have good lead there. But that did allow Ryan to secure the point he needs. It means Fox has the chance to take the point himself. But Raza has a chance to take all three and secure his place at least in second. Now you hear both of them feathering the throttle a little bit more from Raza, but Raza carrying good speed through that second corner. Better entrance speed from Fox, but good loop as well, and he gets nicely back onto the boost and pulls slightly into the lead. Ryan not far behind, good line down the wall, and the gap not growing too much more. Nice and tidy through that second tube has allowed Ryan to slightly close in with maybe a slightly missed line from Fox. Do go into the first loop here, and there goes Fox just ahead of Ryan through the loop. You see Ryan swinging right to left, getting good boost, closing the gap slightly on Fox. Fox able to get good boost at the end to match speed. And again, Ryan's line slightly cleaner, and you can see he took a different line on that second loop. It wasn't quite the same as the first loop, but Fox extending bit more of a lead through that final loop, a bit of a slide over the curve from Ryan, well held and controlled, let off with the throttle, both going to the right, mainly staying nice, straight and true, not having to pull to the left too much to clip these curves. FoxTracK goes to the left while Ryan goes right, neither having any issues with the boost there. I occasionally do get flung off. I'm correcting my steering a little bit too close or on the boost. I believe FoxTracK maybe did get the brake boost there as well on the entry and was able to pull away slight lead again. Or slightly extend the lead again. A good line through the exit from both is sustained, and we see a 2:31.396 to 32.819, meaning there's just over a second and a half at this point between them. And with this track being what it is, as long as Fox stays nice and clean to his line and gets on the boost as well, he should hold his lead. Very nicely tidy, snaking across the curves before the entrance into that tube, and a good line again, and you can see that he does rein Fox in, certainly through that section. Fox able though to carry his pace better, maybe through other sections of the track, showing good high level of speed and showing that racing almost every day or almost every day can really help you reach the top levels. Ryan is still, to me, among the unbeatable. He seemed a long way off. I put him in a similar category. Assans, Jacks, all of that sort of stuff. He's just coming back in, carrying his speed really well through this whole section, and you can see the gap to Fox is shrinking. Fox getting low and down onto the ground just as Ryan reaches the crest of his jump. You can see the lap times come in about 30 seconds. That is an aggressive line from Ryan. Oh, and nose planting in to the sloped curve. Very, very unlucky from Ryan. It was a very aggressive line. He was very quick on the triangle, and I believe he was holding it just as he saw he was going to hit it. So, not too long after bouncing off, he'd respawned. Don't see time improvement from Fox. 31.1. Oh, it did come slight down, so it was 0.3, but 0.2 improvement from Fox. I know that he can do better around here. Nice line through the tube again. Following it nice and consistently, pulling back up a little bit there through the spinner. Getting on to the curb with just one set of wheels before the entrance into the tube, making sure it's nice and smooth, making sure he keeps nice and clean and he doesn't have any issues at all. Holding and sustaining his lead well. Ryan's time is not managed to improve on his time. Like too much aggression on the big jump up. Do see FoxTracK coming into entering the first 3 big triple loops. And here we go. Fox could be on for a decent time here. It's up nice and clean. Little bit of a lag spike back there, maybe costing him a bit of time, but as I did with Fern, beginning to pick up that this could be a decent lap from Fox. As you did notice earlier, me and Fern, Fox has come off the barrier, and that will allow Raza to close in slightly and limit the chance of any DNF. Fox, very unfortunate, my man, but your lead is good and strong. Ryan just about to approach the jump. Nice straight approach, making sure there's no mistakes, no judgment from me. A little clipping of the back wheel, maybe a little bit of instant karma for playing it a little bit too safe, adjusting his line too much can affect you, but Fox did take that nice and clean to make sure that there was no error. A little safer on the line through the tube as well. Fox plays this good and clean, making sure there's no further mistakes, and that does get him across the line, and it takes this playlist to 2-all. We will be heading in to the second playlist. Both FoxTracK and Raza get 1 point each, moving them on to 10 points and 8, leaving it still all on this. Ryan has taken one of 2 options for FoxTracK to take the 3 points that he needs from him, and Ryan just needs to do the same again or a little bit more and he'll be able to hold on. Ryan with 229.450 to a 31.187 from Fox. Exceptionally nice lap time there from Ryan, and the time, again, as I do say, much better than my own. Good 2 seconds. Not quite sure what's happened to the leaderboard here. It's showing 17 Razas, all on 40, or not 56 points, I believe it to be now. 45, 50, 60, I don't know. I didn't look properly. But lots of points for Ryan across the board. Believe they did tie it all up though. It was 2-all in races, so I believe Fox did have the same points, just overridden by the many Razas. Yeah, exactly, mobbing. Raza versus Raza 16 times. Now, the guys don't appear to have restarted the playlist. So I will back out of spectator mode and just, if you want to invite me back, I'm going to message Fox just to invite me back to the invite. Quickly, if I can, I will send them an invite, because they might still be in the clouds. It allows them to join as they come in. Guessing it will drop them both into their own. I can't invite them. Okay, I love it when the game does this. So I am just waiting for an invite. Right, I've just messaged FoxTracK, as some of you, most of you will be able to see, the Stunt Racing Champions League chat. Just waiting on my invite, just double check it's not come through while I was looking at my phone. It has not. And double check that I can't join on it was my one. So no, I can't. But yeah, my friends list unfortunately slightly playing up, which means I cannot invite the guys back. If I can invite them both to the party to get them in that way, or sort it like that, I will potentially quickly do that. Which means that depending on I'm not in the session, I'm not spectating. I do need an invite to the session. Head back into the YouTube chat just in case. I don't see anything new from Fox. Not had any new invite, and I cannot invite them myself. I have asked for said invite, but they have said that they're ready, so they may be carrying on without us. Unfortunately, I hope that's not the case. It is to apologise in advance. But I will invite them to this party, try and get them in that way. Yeah, I've just invited you to a party, Fox. If you accept that, and I should be able to invite you there. There we go. I'll just quickly send you both this invite, and you can head back out to the party. Nice going, both of you, though. That was really good from both. GG's. I've just sent an invite. Yeah, you should be able to join that invite I've just sent through the party chat. And then once you're both back in the lobby, I'll spectate and you can go into your playlist. But once you've accepted it, you can head back into the parties, and I'll be back with you after this playlist, Brian. And you'll be on their way. playlist did go 2-2. Both got a point. And that does leave the table still wide open.
I'm in your
Lovely. I'll come in and spectate on you, and then you'll be able to watch it. Are you just on the streets? Nice. Perfect.
Okay.
Sometimes, if I join on someone in a building, it says there's no place to spectate. That's perfect. Thank you very much, guys. We are back. You can go into the playlist when you're ready. Again, good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Ryan is just waiting for the invite to the session. Everything's been covered and sorted, and we will be heading in to playlist 2. I could see you breaking a bit heavier into the corners, man, than normal. It took you a while to pick, like on the last track you seemed to pick your speed back up, but it took you the first track or two to realise your braking points were off. Yeah. Is your speed through the tubes though, like every time you were shortening the gap through a lot of the tubes, it's 1 or 2 Fox maybe had you on, but your tube lines, I need to pick them up. They'd help improve my times on P for sure. Because you were beating my times even with your heavy braking. It's taking just a little while to connect. Has it already sucked you into the playlist, Ryan? Yeah, it might download it properly as you launch, but I'm not sure what's going on. I can't do anything. I think my game might have crashed. Yeah, it might. No, I think it will suck me in. Yeah, there we go. This is what it was doing the other day. Just takes a bit longer to download sometimes. Yeah. Oh no, it's kicked me out. Okay.
It's okay?
It's kicked me out. I might need to invite you both to this. Sorry guys. Apologies to everybody in YouTube as well. Rockstar having just a little bit of difficulty there connecting me to the playlist. But I'll just send you another invite to the invite session. It does help stay, like, I handle it much better than some. I do think it's down to the green, to be honest. Because that's the sort of thing that would have sent Jack a little bit off and he wouldn't have been happy. That's not me saying anything bad against Jack, it's frustrations with Rockstar we all feel.
I join you again,
Yeah,
Fox?
it kicked me out as you were connecting for some reason. It didn't let me join on you.
Okay.
I'll try spectating on you as you launch into the playlist so we know whether it's worked straight away, and then Ryan can invite you back to the session, hopefully, if not through the party. And again, apologies for the slight delay to all. But massive thank you to Ryan and FoxTracK for showing understanding to get the commentary out. Yeah, a little bit of an extended break. Yeah, his maze bank wasn't particularly kind to either of you. And did you brick on the tube exit on the second lap as well on P race, or was it just a bit of a slide? Because I was on FoxTracK. It looked like you'd maybe had a bit of a clipping into the... Yeah. Let me move back and spectate.
Wait, you...
Yeah, I'm just joining on you now. And I'll do it through you this time, Fox's host. Hopefully it'll make it smoother. Sorry for the slight bug there. I think Fox is having a little bit of feedback. Ouch. There we go. I'm spectating, so you can try again. Guys, standing nice and close together. Good amounts of respect. Fox is repping the Nova crew at the moment, but he is still a fully fledged commissioner of pros. Isn't that right, Fox? You are still with us in pros. There's no drama with any of us and you with that. But is repping his new crew at the moment, giving it a little bit of attention. I am in the playlist, Ryan, so you are more than able to join and we can get started when you're both ready. I am just going to post in the chat that we'll be getting into playlist 2. Yeah, is that, like, not any criticism to, like, yourself or Jack on different cars, but you definitely had Jack on the older cars and he had the slight advantage with the newer cars? If that makes any sense? Like, it definitely showed where you were more comfortable back in the day, that you carry a lot more speed. Yeah. It's just settling back into it.
Okay. I leave the party.
Yeah,
Good
no
luck, Raza.
problem, Pops. Good luck again to you both.
Thank you.
Just because we aren't normally in the party together, Ryan. Go get him. Right, it's like Hassan doesn't know it. Hassan says he doesn't do it either, but I do find it a little bit unbelievable that people like yourself and him don't, with the amount of speed you carry anyway. I need to learn what you guys do over the curbs. Yeah, I saw you do the one down the straight. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it allows you to tip a little bit more regularly over the curbs. But you see, Ryan, with a good boost over the curb, is being able to match the pace with Fox. It looks like he has taken a lead after Fox. I believe he came into contact with the final sign or the barrier gap just before or after. Unfortunately, there Fox repeating the same mistake or a similar mistake. And Ryan saying that's why he doesn't like the brake boosting. Sorry, he's quite happy with the brake boosting because it makes it a bit trickier. If the car starts to squirrel out of control at the high speed. And hello, now, my man. Or girl, I'm not sure. Don't want to gender assume. I've been told off once for that already. Again, big apologies for Arwin saying, how you doing, my dude? Hope you're well, my man. Big oof. Nice, clean ramp skip. Ryan don't appear to have pulled away slightly. Fox did get a good strong brake boost just before the boost, which will allow him to carry a lot of speed through the jump and then onto the early part. But Ryan, nice and smooth across the curb. Fox may be missing a brake boost or two, and it is costing him a little bit of time. also it does show that even the little squeal, which does, I believe, stop you losing as much time of hearing no sound, does still lose you time to your standard curb boosting. You need to get proper squeal and skid mark to get the benefit. It just levels it out so you don't lose your car's pace. You do not gain pace. See, Ryan has extended his lead, just being nice and clean over the curbs, or a little bit wide into the mountain Fox, but nice and controlled this time. No issues with the barrier there, and we see Fox again nice and tight through the corner. Ryan has pulled through onto the final straight, just a couple of little chunky bends to get himself through. And this time going onto the left side of the track. I believe he did go right last time. Fox here going down, getting a couple of brake boosts. Ryan get too far ahead, or it's turning too much. The Fox is now being successful. It has closed the gap up at 2:59.658. I believe that would be an almost 2-second improvement from 3:01. I believe it was a little bit lower, like I say, almost 2 seconds. And it is a significant improvement with only a 1 barrier smash from Fox, being on a 3:03. 2:59, very nice there for Ryan. That does give him a slight little bit of comfort going in to the second race. But again, it's like it does have the potential to brick both players, hopefully, just as much, so it balances out. Fern seems to be developing a bit of a technique where he tilts the car slightly left or right, depending on the angle he's taken through the tubes to limit potential bricking, but obviously it's not necessarily going to stop it 100%. But he just tilts his left wheels down if he's going drifting to the left, so right, and then his right wheels down if he's drifting to the right. So it might be worth slowly trying to experiment with that over a little bit of time. I did also see Asan saying in chat, and it did terrify the living life out of me, that he will be looking into brake boosting. I asked if he'd potentially give me another month or two to try and shorten the gap that's already there before he does. Just give me a little bit more of a chance to close the gap before he pulls massively ahead. He's already so far ahead, he'd be like 5 seconds lap, quicker, 5, 6, 7. Really nice, tidy little battle at the beginning. It was top of position. Ryan holding on to the stolen lead off the start. Nice wide line from both. Ryan obviously now, a slight little slide. It was a little bit of a little clip on entry. It was more of a slide, but he handled it really well. I'd say it was more just a slight wrong approach angling and slide of the car. I didn't hear a proper thwack of metal. It would suggest a proper true brick, but the nose clipped him ever so slightly. Nice pass off the bridge, or overpass from FoxTracK. Getting back to the track nice and early through the tube. That's a lot of pace there from Fox through that first blue tube. Ryan though, obviously pulling some serious speed himself as he's held the lead and pulled maybe a little touch ahead. Both phenomenally quick through the tubes. Jesus Christ, I need to pay some serious attention to them lines. As do some of you guys around potentially viewing this video in the future, do head over and check out both FoxTracK and RazaLD, as his channel will be coming up with new content very soon. He's getting back into his GTA, stunt racing and racing in general. Oh, look at Raza clapping on the riding petition as I paid him a compliment. Fox is regularly posting new PBs and showing good progress on low time. I also do have to say, I do enjoy the edit style that boy FoxTracK is developing. It's very nice, clean and crisp, and the edits are very nicely timed to the beats in the music. He also does his work pretty quick, as he set his PB only a couple of hours before he got the video uploaded, so he did that work real quick. It looks nice and crisp. Raza does appear to have managed to shorten the gap back a little bit since the error. Yeah, look at that speed from the guys, getting real close to the dividing position. Just above the red line, pulling sharply back down into the tube. No bricking from Raza, is he? A lot of speed. At high speed, that appears to be the same, but we'll see whether it's closed or not during the braking points and such. I do believe it has closed in slightly. Raza was a little heavy off the bike rack there, but handled it superbly well. Did not let him kick him into the tree as we saw from Esco a little while ago. A little bit more cautious, as we did mention, the braking point a little bit fluffed up at the moment because of GT4, but carrying the speed very well through the exit. Oh, a lot of speed up the hills where it did show Ryan lifting up off the ground slightly on my screen, a little bit of lag. A lovely cleared line into the tube and then rested on the boost line. Quick boost from Ryan. Fox maintained his lead through that tube, but this is where we did see Ryan close in off the tubes, where he's able to play to his strength. Fox is not too far ahead, potentially not completely outside. As long as Fox is clean and true, there is a lot of work to be done by Ryan. See the pace in the car, the bobbing heavily from the back of the GTO, signifying it's thick on the boost line. So Fox just pulling down to the right in the tube, and again, the gap definitely shorter than it was on the last lap at that point, but we will truly see how much it closed through the corners, but I don't think it quite be enough unless it's a mistake from Fox. That looked like a little brake boost there from Ryan. Just down the little straight is what I tried to say. Fox is going to come across the line in first, and with no massive bricking incidents, just the one mistake, clipping a cushioning wall in the first tube just before the exit, decided that race. That does bring it back to 1-0, the 150.532, getting into the 50s this time, bringing the times down lower, and FoxTracK bringing his time down nicely to a 151.144. Ryan did get the best lap. His little cushion at the moment now diminished again, but we are heading to the next trap. That was either a very big crack of the knuckles from Ryan or a little slap of his cheek. One or the other. He's saying it was the yes to the knuckle crack, and Jesus Christ, lad, your knuckles crack. And a GG from me now. We are heading into Pier Race. And we'll be going back to Green Machine. Well, I'm going to take a little picture there as well and just see which one I like the look of more. Oh, don't do that, nearly accidentally quit. That'll be stupid. Stupid boy. Ryan has pulled away, just a little tenth, 2/10 of an advantage more than he had off the line. Fox getting closes it here, just a touch, but Ryan nicely across the curb, holds his lead. Fox tight through this section, no slide this time. Little tiny bit of lost time as he took a slightly rougher approach from the incline to the flat. And that did allow Ryan to pull away back to that initial lead just as he hit the boost and after. Good exit from FoxTracK, does allow him to pull ahead. It was a good clean exit from Ryan as well, but Fox, smooth, carried all his pace. Lovely loop skip from both. Again, when it's this tight together, a little bit like synchronised swimmers as they dive into the pool, kick their legs out and do the little pretty dances that they do. Good curve boosting down the straight, and that has allowed Ryan to pull it back in again. Good lines from both. Fox not losing the time that he did on the last run through. Ryan's line ever so slightly faster through that section, and he gets a good low approach, and that does take Ryan back into first place with almost half a second lead. It is close. Both swapping positions in different places on the track. Fox appeared to be slightly stronger through the first tube and that little section there. Ryan stronger on the second portion of the track and able to extend 0.6 of a second lead here, with the 152.592 to the 153.171 from Fox. Incredible trading of positions through the lap, and a little bit of lag showed Ryan hit the pin, but he didn't. It did stay upright and stayed true to its position, not disrupting Fox's line in the slightest. This time a much smoother transition from the incline to the flat from FoxTracK, not letting the car lose any pace on a rough transition, but Ryan holding. Good line, good strong line this time, and has been able to increase his lead ever so slightly through that tube and on the exit. Clean exit from Ryan this time over FoxTracK's clean exit allowed Ryan to take the advantage that FoxTracK gained on the first lap and use it to extend a little bit further away. FoxTracK going for and getting second brake boost. They'd missed the first, the complete brake boost to get the wheel, such maybe not losing all of the pace to a missed one. Pulling through the tube, a nice low exit. Ryan's down to the ground nice and early again, and Ryan has extended himself to maybe a second and a half. Nice off the throttle from Fox to swing himself round past the gap in the barrier. See Ryan cross the line with a 149.925 to the 151.278 from Fox, both improving their lap times, but Ryan is slightly extending and did through that second lap pull away. Clean couple of tube exits and Ryan will potentially be all wrapped up. I hate to say it early, but that is the way it plays out. And it is a clean first tube exit up onto two wheels from Fox, a big squiggle and slide And that is going to buy Ryan a good chunk of time. I am going to swap onto Ryan as he's out of sight, as he's gone through the loop skip, as Fox enters into the loop after the big squirrely slide. Unlucky, my man Fox. J'adore the renard, or j'adore la renard, if I'm going fully French without any accent. That's love the Fox. Hey, Unholy 7, how are you going, my man? Raza, it's a nice honk of the horn as he's able to take a lovely clean exit again, slightly safer than before, but he is happy again, and that does confirm Ryan's place in the Champions League knockout. Fox will not be able to gain enough points now to catch the distance, with Ryan moving up to 11, FoxTracK 8, and Fox only with the potential to draw things up. That again isn't me underselling Fox or anything. I hope Fox has put in a good drive. His times have across the board been below my own. I don't want to necessarily be called out for a 1v1. I'm already as having to go up against some of the best. My match with Mobbin, 10 PM Saturday. I, as part of my 100 subscriber special, will be hosting, or having hosted, 3 or 4 community lobbies of 16 races that I'll commentate on for like 8 to 10 tracks each. So there'll be up to 56 people, I believe it is, maybe 58 people will be potentially commentated on across the weekend. I will also be having a 1v1, or it may potentially become like a 2v2 style thing that will, because I've got 2 booked in, one with Jack as part of the 100 subscriber special, and then one with G4B example. So we may tie that up into a 2v2 where G4B goes on to Jack's team, and then I choose somebody of either, we'll find a way to match make it similarly so it's a good matchup between the 4 people in 2v2 situation. So I maybe take somebody else of like my skill level, if G4B example does feel he's the level below me, and we match it up like that, with Jack guaranteed to take a few victories definitely for him, sort of thing. And so I do have, yeah, it is a good line through that first tube that Fox has got. Slightly different to Luke, but Luke was inspired by the French guys in chat, a little bit upset that FoxTracK has been knocked out of the competition. But as I have stated earlier in this stream and the 2 previous, I am looking into arranging a Europa League style competition for the knockout, for the people knocked out in 3rd place and 4th place, so they then go off to face each other in their own 1v1 event. But we'll maybe need somebody to help organise and run that and look after things from that side. And I'll obviously be taking part and finishing 4th in my group. But it means there's still 1v1s for FoxTracK to have, and potentially take himself the Europa League Cup, the first ever Stunt Europa League. Jack, mate, the score is 2-1 to Ryan in this playlist, and the last playlist went 2-2, meaning that Ryan has confirmed his space in the knockout rounds of the Champions League. Fox colliding with the tube, trying for an aggressive line to get the brake boost in Fucking hell, Ryan, that was really... I heard the whistle of wind pass by that dividing metal there. That was so close. Oh, but yeah, Ryan has confirmed his space in the knockout round of the Champions League, and as I was just explaining to the French guys, I am looking into the potential of a Europa League style competition for the third and fourth place participants. Jack saying GG's to both who did just see the last race. So he did see you wrap up your draw for this playlist, so I think he just wanted confirmation from the first playlist result. And again, that was 2-2. And I am, with FoxTracK seemingly back up to pace, coming round after this loop series. Maybe at the completion of the lap I'll do it, and we'll see FoxTracK give us, hopefully see us a good clean lap to show himself in all his full potential. We all know that he is a fast boy, but Ryan has been able to let his experience show. He's considered to be among the OGs, one of the earliest people to stunting community, and a big help in bringing it and building it up to the point it is at now. He's a very active part of the social club, and I don't think it'll be too long before there's a commissioner with me in pros. Line through the jumps from Ryan. You do see Fox approaching the second jump up the back wheels, clicking across the corner of the track as it meets the car. Really nice clean line through the loop, going with the triple loop past the dividing wall, and we do hear that little again as he gets tweet as a tiger to it. Nice and crisp again, and with that we are going to have a quick look. 229.543 from Ryan. Again, an ever so slight improvement, I believe, from the last time round here. I believe it was a 0.8 on the 59. We saw FoxTracK, and he's not too far behind either. He has brought his time down to 32.320, and not wanting to blow my student's ego up too much, but again, that hopefully helps show him that his improvement is coming on well. He's not there on all the tracks yet. 30 is a nice time, and as I have said, below my own, so I will give a slight little congratulatory nod to my man Louis. He is, I believe, the newest member of pros, having mentioned Keno earlier. And hello Silver, my man, I hope you are well. Going through triple loop sections, does look as though Fox has reined in a little bit. Raza already heading through the corner ahead on the straight before the next right straight, through it now and onto the jumps. Fox now coming down the mini straight between the turns, straightening up for the jump up. Lazy, the score it is going to be a little bit unfortunate for your ears. It was a draw in the first playlist, and it does look like Ryan is going to take a 3-1 win in this, having already confirmed his place in the finals with the knockout. I will post it in chat as well, because I know that sometimes I speak a little bit too quickly. Ryan has crossed the line. Yeah, definitely in range to finish. Throwing himself weirdly off the tyres and across the line. Nice little bit of flair. I haven't seen that one done. But that does wrap this all up. I haven't yet seen your message, Silver. I'll have a quick look in a moment. But Raza has taken second playlist, 3-1. That does give Raza 4 points to add to his 9, and that does put him level on points with Jack at the top of the group. So that will be a little bit of a flick of a coin for us to decide who takes top. I am. No, we will do a flick of a coin. I think that'd be the fairest way. And again, I believe the only rule of the drawing system for the next round is you will not go up against an opponent that was in your group. So Raza can't face Jack in his first knockout round, but then from that point forward, with it having been randomised, we won't have too much say over that. But I am going to again thank Raza and FoxTracK for letting me bring you the action. Do head over and check out both FoxTracK and RazaLD. They both have a lot of content up already, and there will be more on the way, I am sure. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next stream. Goodbye!